Now, when it comes to architecture, Glasgow has been blessed with some of the most influential designers Scotland has ever produced, with Charles Rennie Mackintosh being the most celebrated. But what many people might not realise is that decades before Mackintosh made his name, another designer emerged in Glasgow who was to have huge influence on generations to follow and was responsible for some of Glasgow's most stunning building interiors.
Yeah, he really was, and the most famous of those now bears his name. And earlier on today, the Riverside Show headed out to find out more about Daniel Cottier with the man himself. Well, sort of.
Hi, I'm Rachael and I'm the Statues and Monuments Officer for Glasgow City Heritage Trust.
Hi, and I'm Karen Mealy-Watt and I'm Heritage and Outreach Officer.
We're here today at Cottiers Theater. We're going to go inside and learn more about Daniel Cottier, the amazing man who decorated this church and supplied its stained glass.
My name's Daniel Cottier. I'm from Anderson originally, and everything you see here in this edifice, in terms of decoration, the walls, the windows, the ceiling, that's all my work.
How do you feel about being back in this church with the conference happening on Friday?
Again, I'm that proud of it. You know, the douce folk of the congregation here thought I was playing gate when I was doing this. Do you ken what gate means?
Slightly unhinged?
Slightly unhinged.
Well, you can see their point. The decoration is quite flamboyant, for want of another word.
And some of the Kirk session thought it was a wee bit heathen. A lot of it is based on what you might call ancient decorative patterns. I mean, I think it's like a continuing tradition, and I felt I was part of that continuing tradition.
Well, eventually the decorative interior was initially preserved carefully by 30 years after it was put there by the minister and the architect who wanted it to last forever. And then in the 1930s they started modifying it, and in the 1960s, to be more contemporary, they painted the whole thing out.
The aegis, that's what they were. But it doesn't surprise me. I believe they're in the process of restoring it.
When we took ownership and discovered this decoration was under there.
How did you discover the decoration was underneath the paint?
Because the minister, Bob Curry at the time, contacted the People's Palace.
Okay.
And Michael Donnelly from the People's Palace knew that Daniel Cottier had been involved in this and was able to reveal some areas, particularly under the pulpit. The pulpit's particularly interesting because it's so monumental, it's very theatrical. The minister had to leave the whole building, go next door, climb upstairs and downstairs to enter his pulpit to give his sermons. The word of God is the thing that's most important. This whole building is built for a man standing there acoustically and to project across to his congregation. An interesting thing about Cottier's glass is that he constantly changes the colours within the shades. You know, different tones of reds and blues are sprinkled over the whole thing, so it gives this very vibrant quality. You know,
was there one colour or several colours that stand out for you as Cottier colours?
When we were restoring the decoration at that end, we really wondered how it was all going to work, because you've got browns and oranges and blues and things you would normally think would just not work together.
Yeah, definite stark contrast.
It's only when you see it all as a piece, you realise he knows what he's doing.
He's wise to it.
All the work I did, I'm real proud of it. And little did they ken that I was going to become this international figure. Oh, I've got offices in Australia and New York. Fifth Avenue.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
None of your rubbish. I'd say this, it's no before time. It's no before time that Glasgow, and myself as well, took the rightful place in the international circles.
I couldn't agree more, sir.